Well, if you've watched the last few seasons of the Bachelor franchise and then looked on YouTube for any recaps, you have undoubtedly seen this man. Bachelor Fantake, properly known as Chris. Welcome, you man of mystery.
Thank you for having me.
But why did his logo appear to us as red during the interview and then change to all green once recorded? We have ourselves a conspiracy theory. Get out those tinfoil hats, guys, for the reveal later.
Well, as you can see, we've got a little logo here in place of his face because, like I said, he's a man of mystery. But do your subscribers even know that your name is Chris?
Yes, I've not been quiet about that. On any of my live streams, I've mentioned my name. I do plan to do a face reveal soon.
When?
I've told my subscribers at 100K. It's a pretty standard YouTube mark for these kinds of things. So at 100K, it's gonna happen.
You started your channel in November of 2018, right before Colton's season. What
Yes.
led you to recapping The Bachelor?
I was actually persuaded to do it by a couple of friends of mine.
Because you were just a giant fan or because you just noticed that there was a lot of interest? Okay.
Yeah, I probably obsessed about it more than any of my friends or family members. So they said, maybe you should go and do that and tell YouTube instead of us.
Wait, so how long have you been a fan? Like, what was your initial season?
So I did watch the original season when I was very little with my mom, but I don't remember all of it. The real answer to that is probably Ben Flajnik's season.
Okay, that was with Courtney as the
Yeah.
as the villain, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that also kind of started the whole obsession with figuring out how did we get here? How could we have possibly understood that Courtney was going to be the pick by the end?
So how old are you?
I am in my 20s. I'll give you that.
Okay. Where do you live?
I live.
Well, you have an accent. We can hear the accent.
Yeah, do I?
You do. So where are you?
Where in the world is Bachelor Fantake?
Yes.
Somewhere in North America.
Oh wow, that is so vague. Are you like Midwest? Wait, are you Canada? Or are you Midwest?
I live in the Eastern time zone. So when
Okay.
I'm live tweeting at 8 o'clock, that's live
Live.
tweeting on the East Coast.
Okay.
But this is all kind of the reason I'm being vague. It's all kind of part of my plan for the face reveal. So that's why I'm being horribly vague with you.
Okay. Well, but don't worry, guys,
So
because
sorry about
he's
that.
going to actually reveal himself on this video soon. So
Yeah. Just wait to the end, everybody.
thank you. So are you in a relationship right now?
This is all part of the mystery of Bachelor. I am a pretty private guy, and you know I keep these things close to the chest. Just you know how it can be on YouTube. I like to. It takes so much to put out the videos, and when you're doing a number in a row, sometimes you just want to like step away from all of that to keep your own sanity.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why one of the reasons why I've been so private is just for my own sanity.
Okay, well, that didn't answer the question. So are you in a relationship?
Maybe.
Oh, all right. Well, at least it's an answer. But if you've been such a fan of Bachelor, then you're a lover of love.
Oh, well, of course, but isn't everybody?
I don't know. Some people are a little cynical.
Yeah. You can be cynical and a lover of love.
That's true.
But one thing I do talk about, especially on my live streams, so many people say like it's so uncommon for men to be into the show and to be really into the show, but I think it's the most normal thing ever. If you look at any Marvel movie, any video game, there are love interests and deep romance aspects of those genres.
Yeah.
So, try taking away the romance options from your boyfriend's video game and, he might riot. So
Well, we have found that a lot of people assume that when a man is a fan, that he is not a straight man.
yeah.
Have you found that to be true since you're a man
yeah.
running such a popular site? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've read, like, there's been so many comments like that. I am straight, and I am a dude, and I am a little bit obsessed with The Bachelor.
And kind of maybe like a little bit of a nerd. Is that? I mean, I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that in a you're a very clever kind of a way, because these little clips that you choose are so funny and so well timed.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's just, I mean, then everybody should be nerds because everybody posts their favorite things on Twitter during the show and messaging each other clips from things that seem funny and relevant to whatever just happened at the rose ceremony. But definitely, yeah, I do have an obsessive personality when it comes to things that I love. So I get really detail oriented.
Yeah, your breakdowns are super impressive. So how much time goes into those tiny details?
Yeah, well, there's only so much time between the end of the episode at 10 o'clock Eastern time uh to the Wednesday that I always put up the videos. So it's always in my mind from the moment that preview ends to the time the video comes out.
You're up to almost, well, a little over, what are you, 83,000 now? You're over 80,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
First of all,
it's been, thank you so much. And your channel as well has grown, and that's been wonderful to see. And
well, has this been lucrative enough for you to make this your full-time job?
well, right now it is my full-time job. It wasn't my full-time job up until the pandemic. So I was not an essential worker, and so now this is it. But I'm incredibly fortunate to be able to do this and do it from home and not have to worry as much.
Yeah.
So, like, no complaints at all.
Well, and you are kind of essential to the Bachelor Nation, so.
Yeah. So this has been, yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. All of these videos are meant to be just silly and fun and entertainment.
Yeah.
And there has been a lot of wonderful comments from people, and that's really been uplifting. So.
Do you ever get negative feedback directed towards you personally?
Oh yeah, I think that's impossible to avoid.
What do people say to you?
Oh, yeah, definitely early on there were those comments about being gay, which kind of, like, some of it was anger at just like, how dare you talk to someone that way? But then there was a little bit of humor because it's like, first of all, I'm not, and it's so weird that you feel like you're directing this, angry comment at me, yet you're completely so off about everything. But I've also really tried to practice stepping away from YouTube for periods of time.
Well, may I ask, in what business were you before before the pandemic hit? Give us a hint of like kind of what you did.
Mm-hmm. So I do have a background in storytelling, and which speaks to a lot of, like, how I look at a preview, for example, is based off of how someone would break down the story to a movie or a script or a television show. And the funny thing is, a lot of those same elements, even though your favorite TV show is completely scripted, apply to The Bachelor. So a lot of that side of my life kind of blended well into this YouTube Bachelor business.
Okay, so here's what's going on here. You're from Canada, but you live in New York. You write for a television show that went on hiatus indefinitely because we don't know when we're going to start shooting stuff again.
All right, how do I turn off this thing? I'm getting out of here. I love it.
But you do say a boot. A boot?
I picked up
A
on
boot?
A boot. That's very Canadian, right?
Oh, yeah. See?
Does anybody in your, well, I should say anybody you work with know who you are? Do they know you're the Fantake?
Yes, they do. But they are not fans of the show.
Okay.
So it's not like that's not a thing for them really.
Because
So-
they're into scripted, because that's what you guys write together. So they don't like reality TV,
Yeah, they
especially
don't
not
like that reality TV stuff.
While we're throwing hypotheses around, here's the big green rose reveal. Other than red being the opposite of green on the color wheel and the computer deciding to reverse color, but for only half the picture, we have no idea why it doesn't look like this, which is how we saw it while talking to Chris. Any ideas? Comment below, please.
Okay, we're gonna do a lightning round.
Okay.
You're only allowed to give like 1 or 2 word answers. It's gonna be quick.
Oof.
You ready?
All right.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna start. We got a little list here. I'm gonna start and then you go. Okay, here we go. Favorite Bachelorette ever?
Either Caitlyn or Rachel.
Favorite Bachelor?
Well, Colton does have a soft spot in my heart just because that was the first season. And Ben Flajnik too, even though that season was so frustrating to watch.
Okay, too many words. Worst Bachelor?
Oh, geez. Juan Pablo.
Best reality show out now?
Best Bachelor.
Well, a new one.
I'm
that's
also a
right
big
now.
Survivor fan.
Okay,
Ah.
okay. Did you like Listen to Your Heart?
Yeah.
Oh.
Will you show us your face?
Okay, how do I turn this thing off?
Twice we got turned off.